is a production of the Department of Broadcasting and Journalism at Western Illinois University.
After the memories we've created and the laughs we've shared, it's finally time to say goodbye. Join us as we look back at the people we featured, the places we've been, and of course, the funny moments too, on Good Morning Macomb, saying goodbye. And we thank you for joining us on this News 3 special, Good Morning Macomb, saying goodbye. I'm Andrew Ball.
And I'm Mackenzie Irby. We're joined by Molly Naslin and Jared Streeter on this bittersweet day as we look back at the memories, but also bid farewell to those here at News 3.
But before we say goodbye, we want to look back at the most important part of our show, the people.
That's right. We love featuring the people and places of our community, and it's an honor to be able to do so.
Join us as we look back at some of the familiar faces on Good Morning Macomb.
Eva Galbraith joined us later in March, and she was such a wonderful guest. She had talked to us about some tips for planting as we entered spring and what kind of plants that butterflies like to eat to attract them as they come back. But she was such a wonderful guest. It was such a wonderful segment. It flowed so well.
Last year, people would buy their plants, and we had to wrap them in a plastic bag, and the snow would hit them in the face when we opened the door.
Thanks to Jared, I don't think we have any. And she joked with me on social media later that she thought that she didn't do all that well because it was her first time on TV. And if she wouldn't have told me that, she honestly could have fooled me because you would have thought she'd done that a million times before. She was so relaxed. Looked great, great energy, and that was one of my favorite guests on the show.
It was really nice having Jock Hebley here on set, talking about like the things that they're actually trying to do here in Macomb and bring more people in because it is relatively a small town.
We are charged with bringing folks in from out of town to stay here.
They've actually got some good ideas, and they're going about it a really professional and good way to actually bring people in here.
On March 29th, I interviewed Tyler Hoffman from Dance Marathon. He just talked to us about what the event was. So basically they raised money for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. And then he just also talked to us about what was going on that night as far as dancing and raising money.
Dance Marathon's a year-long fundraiser that we start back in late February. It raises awareness and also raises funds for the Children's Hospital specifically.
And so he was just a great guy to interview, very laid back, and he gave us a lot of information on that event.
So these Easter crafts, oh my goodness. I don't normally trust things from Pinterest, but this was so much fun to do. Just the fact that this was one of our, it was our Easter show, it was special, it was a craft. We were doing either really bad or okay-ish at the craft. I don't think anyone really nailed it.
And I'm the one that found this. This is awful.
Ta-da! I think it looks great.
That looks good.
I love it.
This
I love
is
it.
terrible.
So I thought that was just a lot of fun, the fact that we were like, well, we don't know exactly what we're doing, but we're going to do our best, and then we're going to give you a bouquet of carrots that are actually cutlery. So I thought that was a lot of fun.
So Touring Nostalgia, which is a shop downtown on the square, was also one of my favorite segments for our Around Town segment. Laura Dively, who is the owner, she took us around the store, showed us one of my favorite shops downtown, and such a wonderful segment. And again, to be able to feature the people and the places and the businesses and those who live here, it's an honor, really, to be able to do that.
For our first interview on March 1st, we decided to talk to Sharon Faust of Tri-States Public Radio. Our first show, that's when they lost their funding, and she had a great outlook on losing their funding, and she just gave us a lot of insight on what was going on in Macomb and Tri-States.
You know, they come to work every day, professionals, they do their job, and it's for the circumstance, it's pretty positive.
I can't help but look at those carrots, or so-called carrots, and laugh. You heard me say it was terrible, and it was. And I was the one that had found that Pinterest.
Yeah, but I mean, at least we tried it. Now
Well,
we
we
know.
tried.
Y'all
We
gave
tried
it,
it.
y'all gave it a good effort.
But
We did. We really did.
We've had some wonderful guests on the show. We've had some great memories here on Good Morning Macomb. And of course, we've shared a few laughs too.
We'll be right back with more from Good Morning Macomb. Stay with us.
National Broadcasting Society helps the future of broadcasting get the tools needed to succeed in an ever-growing media world. At Western Illinois University, the professional connections students bring to our chapter of NBS have opened doors to networking possibilities that students otherwise wouldn't have. The opportunities we are given as students at WIU allow us to make connections today for success tomorrow.
They gave me Vicodin after my knee surgery. They kept prescribing it, so I kept taking it. I didn't know it would be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I chose Western Illinois University because I could get involved right away. You're going to gain experience. I'm going to be able to just become successful right out the gate. I'll be a news reporter and eventually become a news anchor one day. I've always felt that as a strong speaker, I could be a voice for the voiceless, but as long as I continue to believe in myself, work hard, and show that I want to put my best foot forward, I think that anything is possible.
It's no surprise that we've shared a few laughs here on Good Morning Macomb.
From bloopers to technical difficulties to Andrew's faces bloopers are no stranger.
Yeah.
We now look back at what keeps us laughing.
My favorite memory was probably, I hate to say when the lights went out, but when the lights went out.
I think one of them is the time that the lights went out.
I think when the lights went out.
Seeing some of the lighting malfunctions that happened.
Did we get the lights on? There we go.
There we go.
Thanks, Jared.
So before we are stationary at the desk, we used to go back to the main desk.
And there was only about a 30-second transition there that we had to move.
I'm on the green screen, and we're getting ready to toss it over to Andrew, and I sit there and just smile at the camera because half the studio's completely out of power.
We were able to get the cameras over there and the people over there and the little desk out of the way, but we weren't able to get the lights on. And you know, lights, camera, action, well, if you don't have the first, then you don't have the rest. Did we get the lights on? There we go.
There we go.
Thanks, Jared.
And we go to Andrew, Andrew's going.
It was my reaction after that really killed me, and I remember we went back to the control room after the show and we were talking about what happened, and we replayed that, 15-second bit, and I don't think I have ever laughed so hard in my entire life, and it was that side eye that I gave the camera. It was more like that.
I just remember us sitting in the dark and Andrew just making this face like, yeah. And so the next show, after everything happened and we laughed about it, Andrew decided to make a blooper.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. There we go. Welcome back. We're sitting here laughing about our light malfunction. There we go.
So that's honestly probably one of the main things that's going to stick out in my mind.
But I think my all-time favorite was when the green screen just decided to not work at the very beginning of the show, despite us testing it. So I had to get up in front of the screen where there was nothing. And the funniest part about this was I had something prepared that was very high resolution. I was really excited to put it on, and we tested it to make sure it worked. And then the beginning of the show happened, and there was just nothing there, no matter what we did. So it was a fun time. You get your forecast guaranteed when you tune into News 3.
You're the only person I know that can do the weather without the weather.
Yes.
And if something didn't happen, it wouldn't be Good Morning.
Right.
In this morning. The funniest part of the show, although the lighting malfunction was incredibly hilarious, was the time that our director, Emily Kinney, made an appearance on the green screen.
When Emily Kinney walked in front of Molly when she was doing the weather, that was just really funny. But it just shows that we all make mistakes and we're human, but we all have fun as well.
So when Emily walked in front of the camera, I believe we were having technical difficulties, and she was going in to fix it.
It was her reaction that caused my reaction, because I know that she walked right across the green screen, and I know that we weren't back on camera yet, meaning that the chroma key, the green screen, was still on the screen. And as soon as she had stepped off the green screen, she kind of went like this, and so I went like this, and we both looked at each other knowing what had happened. And then I laughed, and I realized that Molly Nor Mackenzie noticed that she had walked across the screen, because we were all talking about the weather.
And then Tuesday and Wednesday is when we're going to cool off just a little bit after that rain.
Well, I'm excited.
That was Emily on our TV there. Good morning, Emily. She's not in the forecast.
Yeah, she's
I can
not.
promise you that. But 80 for Easter.
Yes.
I will take it.
I mean, it was really funny for all of us to see one little mix-up from her overall.
I just want to point out that in a segment there about malfunctions and bloopers and mess-ups, the word malfunction was spelled incorrectly.
There you go.
During that story. So, what was it that I said? If something didn't happen, it wouldn't be Good Morning
Good
Macomb.
morning, Macomb. That's right.
Way to go out on our last show.
After the break, Molly Naslin has more on how this weekend is shaping up to be in her final Storm 3 forecast.
On Tuesday, November 6th, our state will be making some important decisions.
You might think it's not important,
or your vote doesn't matter.
But that's not true.
If you don't know how
or where to register, visit vote.gov.
Make your voice heard.
Create your success at Western Illinois University. Automatic scholarships and affordable education and more are all yours at Western Illinois University. Apply today at wiu.edu.
Leah, did you put a new dent in that?
This one? No.
Were you texting and driving again?
Yes.
Hi, Leah.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about your bumper.
I want to be able to stand in front of the camera and tell people the story of what the weather's going to be like that day, or be able to tell people, hey, there's something coming your way, you need to take cover, you need to watch out. And being able to stand in front of a camera and tell not only people who are directly involved but their family members as well, like, this is what's going on. It's been very important to me because, you know, being in those situations where you are relying on the news to tell you what's going on, I like to be a part of that and helping people with that. Good morning and welcome back to this, our last forecast of the semester. 49 degrees right now for your current temperature with mostly cloudy skies. Winds are very gentle out of the east-northeast, so even though it's a little bit chilly outside, the winds aren't making it feel any colder, which is nice. High humidity, but that's going to go down as we go in through the day and those temperatures go up. Dew point at 47 degrees, so not too bad out. We're not going to be getting near our average high. We're going to be a little bit colder than that, and we're not going to be seeing our record high. So we're not going to be getting near that just yet. We're waiting for that as we go on through the month of May. Looking at the current service map, we do have a high pressure system over us right now that's providing us some of these clearer skies, although we do have some clouds in the sky right now. Those are going to slowly shift their way out of here. As you can see, the sun has come up. There's not a whole lot of clouds in the sky right now. A few little wisps here and there, but as we continue through the day, we're seeing that rain go off to the southeast. We're not going to worry about that so much in the way of rain. We're going to stay dry for just a little bit longer here as we go through this weekend. Today, our temperatures are going to get up to a high of about 60 degrees, 62 in Beardstown and 62 in Springfield. So we're going to warm up as we go in through the day today. We're going to get up into the 60s. There are a few cold spots. Tonight, we're going to get down to about 44 degrees for a low, so if you're going to go out and do anything tonight, make sure you bring that jacket with you because it is going to feel a little bit chillier. Tomorrow, we're going to have a high of 65 degrees, so a little bit warmer, that's all. With 66 in Beardstown, 68 in Quincy, so Quincy's going to get up to almost 70 degrees. For your tomorrow night forecast, again, 44 degrees for your low tomorrow night, so again, make sure you have a jacket if you want to go do anything. Tonight, again, low 44 degrees, northeast at 7 miles per hour for that wind. Cloudy skies, that's also no rain in the forecast just yet. We are going to be watching out for that. You know, we don't want to have any more flooding. Tomorrow, high of 65 with mostly cloudy skies. So yes, we are going to start seeing the sun peek through those clouds a little bit more. We're going to get rid of some of those cloudy temperatures that are just making everything feel so gloomy outside. Northeast at 8 miles per hour for that wind. So gentle winds coming into tomorrow. Excuse me. Saturday, again, high of 65. Sunday, yes, that is a temperature of 71 degrees on Sunday. We're going to start warming up, but unfortunately, we do have that chance for rain Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night. We are going to watch that. It shouldn't be a torrential downpour that lasts for hours and hours like we saw earlier in the week, with a high of 75 on Monday, high of 68 on Tuesday, and a high of 61 on Wednesday. Those temperatures in the evening are going to fluctuate from the mid-40s all the way to the lower 60s and then back down to the mid-40s.
Where is Emily? I think she's supposed to make an appearance there.
She missed her cue this time.
So, Molly, you have a baton to hand off.
I do have a baton to hand off. So, this is my co-anchor, Jared. I brought him in last semester. Or was it? No, it was last semester, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it was
last semester.
Yeah.
So,
There's a time to...
I am handing off the reins to Jared for next semester. He is going to be bringing you the forecast next semester. Whew, I knew it was going to hit me today. I knew it was going to hit me today. He is going to be bringing you the forecast next semester. I know he is going to deliver it in a very accurate way, and he's going to tell the story of the weather, and he's going to make me proud.
Thank you, Molly. Appreciate it, and I appreciate the opportunity that you've actually brought me into.
Well, we look forward to what's ahead, and I
exciting.
know we don't actually have an actual baton to hand off. I think we've got one of those carrots in here.
I think the tissues work.
Yeah, the tissues are good enough.
Well, coming up, some of our favorite moments here on Good Morning Macomb.
Plus a goodbye from those who won't be returning.
I started to think about doing broadcasting my freshman year. I started calling some football games for the freshman football team. My high school didn't really have a broadcasting program like some do, and so a lot of my stuff was just PA for different sports, for basketball, for volleyball. And my mom signed me up for a visit to come to Western on a Discover Western day. And I walked through the doors of the rec center, and Buzz Hoon shook my hand, said, "Zach Stone, I've seen all your footage, I know who you are, and you belong here." And that's what really makes WIU feel like home.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh.
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
We're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
The first time I met Morris, the door flew open and I got this larger-than-life personality talking at the top of his lungs.
Hey, how you doing today?
Oh, man. Oh, I totally forgot. Hold on, let me get this for you. Oh. Just had a magnetic energy. So I thought, all right, We're definitely gonna be friends.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org.
America, let's do lunch!
Why I love to do sports anchoring? Because, I mean, it's talking about sports. I decided to come to Western because I wanted an experience that wasn't like some other schools. I did color commentary for one volleyball game. I was terrified. I never did any broadcasting in high school, but when I was talking, it was all, staggered, and I had no idea what I was saying. And now I've done so many different games as a color commentator, play-by-play, now sports anchor. Every show and every game, it gets easier and easier, and I get more comfortable doing it.
While the show is taking a break for the summer months, there will be some members of NEWS3 that will not be returning.
Yeah, from the co-host to the crew. What are our favorite moments of Good Morning Macomb? I think my favorite part of the show was the guests that we had. We had so many, and we were able to feature the people and the places of our community, between Eva Galbraith from Sweetbriar Corner Market to Nostalgia on the Square to Jock Headblade from the Convention and Visitors Bureau. My favorite part was being able to talk to all these people and just have a conversation.
Favorite part of the show overall was when we come here the night before and we're writing the show, I don't know, it's always something different every single night.
So my favorite part of the show overall was probably, I like all the shows just because every show's different and we never know what's gonna happen, like the light malfunctioning or me walking across the green screen, and I know better.
My favorite part of the show, I think, is how light we try to keep it. Just how interactive we like to be with each other, how much we try to actually enjoy being awake at 8 a.m. in the morning, and just the overall feeling of being there in the morning.
I think my favorite part of the show overall is just being able to write stories and learn new things across America, as well as like in Macomb. I also enjoy interviewing people. I thought that was fun, and I also enjoyed getting to know Andrew better, Molly and Jared. So that's my favorite part.
I think coming in to Good Morning Macomb every Friday and just being able to spend time with everyone. I know producing a show is very stressful, and it's always nice from a production standpoint to see everything play out and to see everything kind of take off and see how people react to it. You kind of learn a lot of stuff from it, so I think that was my favorite part about coming in.
I like that it's more of a looser feel for a show. I know that for NEWS3 we do hard-hitting news with a lighthearted story at the end, but for GMM it's a lot of local stuff. We can kind of joke around a little bit. We accept when mistakes happen on the show and we make fun of them later on. It's just a lot more laid back and more relaxed show.
I think the funniest part was Andrew's reactions. Those are always the funniest parts, because his face, he'll do this. I'm gonna try to imitate it real quick. It's like the that's my favorite part of the show, because it's like, okay, I'm so sorry.
The friends I've made, like Andrew, Molly, Marcellus, Austin, people in the crew, people on air, we're all a family. So that's what I like the most. Didn't know what was gonna hit me. Hit me now.
What I would say to others is thank you for being patient with me, one, because it can be really challenging, producing the show, getting it ready the night before, because sometimes you just don't check everything and making sure it's all right. So thank you for being patient, but also thank you for being here. Thank you for willing to audition for the show and show up and come up with ideas every single day, every single week.
I was happy to have them. I mean, I've done Good Morning Macombs before, but this was just a different feel. It was a different setup, and I like the fresh ideas that they would bring to it. I wish Jared the best of luck next semester. Right now, he's our only weather anchor, so I know he's going to do great. I wish the best of luck to Andrew, and I wish the best of luck to Mackenzie. I'm gonna miss you guys. I hope you guys do well next semester.
I would say thank you for accepting me being a sports broadcasting major. I was kind of out of my element, but I just had a lot of fun with Andrew, Molly, and Jared, and I wish Molly the best of luck. Obviously, she's graduating, but I can't wait to work with you next year, Andrew, and Jared as well.
If I was to say something to the other hosts, it would be thanks for putting up with me. I really do try to find the funny in every day because I think it helps move the day along. And when we had shot the promo for our Facebook Live one of the weeks that we didn't do Good Morning Macomb because there were so many people gone, Mackenzie and I shot a promo for that, and I did put the promo out later, the bloopers and the promo, but I just try to find fun in things and make fun, and so if that comes off as annoying, I apologize to my other co-hosts, but thanks for putting up with me.
To Mackenzie and Andrew, I really enjoy being with them on set, and we seem to have a decent dynamic when we're actually out there. In between shots, in between stories, we're always making jokes and keeping it light whenever we do go to the next thing. And then Molly, I mean, I have to thank her for, bringing me into the NEWS3 set and giving me this opportunity and actually guiding me to build me up to actually be a part of this team. And I've learned a lot from her and just the team in general.
Being able to come here the last 2 years, I was in college since I'm a transfer student, and to have people that just accepted me and included me in everything and were always willing to teach me new things, I'm forever grateful for that. Everyone here means a lot more to me than you probably realize.
I would like to say to cast, crew, teachers, faculty, everyone, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
When we come back, saying thank you to those who you don't see behind the camera.
I learned broadcasting for 3 years in high school, so towards my senior year, I was pretty much invested in wanting to pursue a career. And I do enjoy it now, but I'm searching for a way to make sure that it's something that I want to pursue after college. That way, I'll be able to wake up every day and say, this is something I want to do, this is something that I love, this is something that I can teach, I can spread, I can affect people with.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
I was living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
There are many people you don't see behind the cameras that help to make sure our show makes it on air.
That's right, and now we want to take a moment to say thank you to those behind the scenes.
And we're joined here in the studio by our wonderful crew, some of which are leaving, as you saw in the goodbye, and I think we need to take a moment here just to be able to thank you all, because there's a lot that these people do that you don't get to see in front of the camera. So we do want to thank each and every one of you. And for those of you who are moving on from us, we're really going to miss you. There are a lot of people here that are some good, very good people here. So I'm at a loss for words, really.
Yeah, you could feel the amount of emotion in the air right now just because there's so many people here that have become such good friends doing the show, being off camera, on camera. We've all been through a lot together. Technical difficulties, perfect shows, I mean, everything in between.
That's right. Well, is there anything that Molly, you'd like to say, because this is your last day with us here?
For Storm Team 3, I'm Molly Nason. I am signing off. We hope you join us again next semester.
I know that this show is called Saying Goodbye, but we are not saying goodbye. We are saying see you soon.